have a gold pipes setup.
Did Sentinels overcommit to Whirlpool to try and stop what we've seen from Rebellion previously? That's the real question, because Rebellion, all the meanwhile, while Sentinels heavily swayed that way, they're able to get camouflage, they're able to get ball control, and now Soulsnipe just waiting for his moment to pounce onto Spartan, and will get the kill, and should be able to help his teammate for 2.
Valcade throws in a couple of grenades, he's down to no shields.
Great nades.
Almost evaded that final grenade as well, was able to put down a little bit more damage onto the camo player, but ultimately Soulsnipe has played this one expertly. Ball has completely rotated out of gold pipes and now over towards blue. Rebellion looking dangerous here.
It's almost like they are just kind of living and breathing from that previous game. You know, adrenaline's going to be in their veins for sure. Wasn't a break opportunity for Sentinels. They didn't go for a little bathroom break to try and disrupt anything either. As our Soulsnipe just going to be holding back a little bit. Watching over this ball. It's an early lead for Rebellion, but Sentinels have been able to climb it a little bit. They've slowed it all down. Now, if Sentinels can get ahead, if they can start to pick apart Rebellion, you need to start to reassert some dominance here. Win a couple of individual engagements. Try and destroy that momentum that Rebellion have been able to gain.
Lethal's got shock. He's got information that there's at least one long haul as he sees Mental's toes. Fires one shock rifle shot, second one will connect with the body. Lethal just not able to apply the finishing touches onto that kill, and unfortunately this setup is going to be completely broken wide open. And they have not played the ball, have Sentinels.
And this really is going to be an opener now for Rebellion. Not only because they have ball control, it's camouflage too, and Suppress just needs to be listening to his teammates. Camo being on any map is always such a very important moment for you as a player, because you have to be productive with it, but it doesn't mean you have to be too aggressive. You can wait, you can use your invisibility to your advantage, and he's done just that. He was patient, he made sure that the Sentinels push didn't really account to anything apart from a play ball. And look at that Shroud as well, just to protect any spawners over towards A are not going to be able to see that ball guy trying to get away.
That's back-to-back camouflages for Rebellion. They hold the lead, they hold the ball. 2 members of Sentinels positioned over towards tower. Suppress recognizes the information that's come his way. He's going to try and get away, but Spartan cuts him off the pass and gets that kill. Ball immediately thrown down as Rebellion realize it's going to be a slay-off. 2 fall apiece. Ball still situated towards long haul. Booba Doobu down to no shields as he tried to clamber towards grapple. The ball back in the hands of the Soul Map.
You're in a pretty good position if you can shut down Booba Doobu throughout this game. He is the ball guy for Sentinels, like 4 times the amount of ball time than the rest of the team throughout qualifiers. If you can consistently kill him first, then you know full well that you're going to be in a pretty good spot and not allowing Boobu to get anywhere near that ball. 3 are dead now for Sentinels, and Boobu is that last remaining player, and he's going to desperately try and stay alive. Unable to do so, but does go out at least with a trade. But it's a 59-21 lead at the moment for Rebellion, and they seem firmly in control.
A significant lead.
Enemy has the ball.
Ball over towards pipes. Sentinels will get hands on. Boobu looking to provide cover fire for his ball carrier. Lethal dropped down towards batteries, and that was ill-advised, as it was straight into the welcoming gun of Cycle, and yet another camouflage goes the way of Rebellion.
And you can see why Rebellion are unbeaten on this map and mode throughout the qualifiers, because their camo control, again, similarly to what we saw in Slayer Aquarius, with their overshield control, it is persistent, it is consistent, and Sentinels haven't really been able to have anyone to challenge it, because again, Rebellion have been the team that are ahead in the objective. On the Slayer, they were ahead on the Slay, so then they could work with it. Now they're ahead with the ball time, so Sentinels don't even have a chance to go to that camo because they have to be thinking about the ball.
Beautiful trigger discipline from Cycle. He chases one player down, but might have chased him to his death. Lethal was there to provide cover for his teammate. Ball will get played. Suppressed, taking no risks here, as they have a significant lead.
Oh, and look at this, he's just delaying now, frustrating, almost gets the kill onto Spartan, but that keeps 2 players at blue whilst that ball is spawning, allowing your spawners, allowing your teammates to regain control over towards batteries, and then you stop any sort of ball time. So those few seconds, they can be crucial.
Soulsnipe's in pipes. Spartan's on double stack, done some damage, but unfortunately for him, teammates were not there to capitalize on it. He loses his life. Boo trying to get the trade from here. It's an awkward fight inside the shroud. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. And it was Boo Boo towards long haul, down to no shields. He has some scars and scrapes, but he will survive. As they now make a push towards pipes, hoping Rebellion have no nades for this. They don't even need them. They have enough damage with the shock rifle, and that chain damage was significant, and it was punishing.
And if you're Sentinels here, you really want to get the shock in the hands of Spartan and allow him to start kind of leading the way with the initial damage so the rest of the team can go off the back of it. More ball time, suppressed, maybe gets up. I don't hate it, I don't hate the risk, but now the rest of the team, they need to go off the back of that risk. They need to get a little bit defensive. Don't allow Sentinels to gain control of pipes here, otherwise they get the setup, and that's good from Cycle. Rebellion, they're just playing this so well. They're always in a 2. They always have someone to support them right now.
What do Sentinels have? I know what they don't have. That's time. 4 seconds to be exact, and they're not going to get close enough as Cycle will lock in round number 1.
1 round away then from taking down Sentinels in pool play. And you heard it on the desk. We knew that this pool was going to be close. We knew there was going to be some good games, and Rebellion looking to try and upset the higher seed of Sentinels very early on here, Friday in Texas. But it's not done yet. Similarly to Strongholds, you always got a chance to get back into a game with Oddball, with the round resetting as the fight for camo goes down once more. And it does seem like Sentinels are far more comfortable when they spawn on the opposition side. They really struggled when they spawn over towards A, but the C spawns just allows them to play it a little bit more different.
Falcade was baiting the camouflage, caught between 2 minds of going and securing it for his team, or just waiting and watching, and he done the latter. Didn't get enough damage on the soul sniping. Another camouflage goes the way of Rebellion. Ball tossed out. Soul Snipe says no, 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 and tosses it right back in the window. Rebellion have got control of pipes. Spartan's being cleared out. And that means some semblance of control for Rebellion.
And it was a very small thing from Soul Snipe. Had he not grabbed that ball, he would have got that kill, but he knows full well he had teammates coming into it and said, actually, we can get a little bit of time here if I catch this, and maybe I get the kill alongside my teammate. So again, it's a risky play, but I think it is a smart one. It didn't really pay off in the end, but I love that he attempted it.
Well, we speak about the margins, right? If he gets that kill, but the ball falls down towards batteries, he has to jump back down and then rotate the ball back up. Instead, happy to sacrifice his life to try and get some ball time. Speaking of, Lethal's got hands on and is starting to take a little bit of a significant lead here, just about closing the 40-point threshold.
Somewhat of a slow game for Spartan in the moment, 6 in 15. He can start to get back into it and find himself on top in some individual fights, then there is still a good chance for Sentinels in this series. But they are up 43-3 in this round, so a really strong start. Notice they gave up the camo at the start of the game so that they could get that strong start with the ball and then force Rebellion to try and break a setup. And I would say that's one thing Sentinels are better at than Rebellion, is the setups in general and the breaking of said setups. So Rebellion just need to make sure they don't allow Sentinels to get in that position too often. There's another camo.
Another camo. And another one for Rebellion. This is gonna be frustrating for not only Sentinels, but Sentinels fans watching this. Wondering where it's all going wrong when it comes to the power-ups. Prioritizing instead to get ball time. They have 60 seconds now. And it's important to note they're winning this round, and with Spartan having a game like 8 and 16, we know how likely he is to catch fire at any given time. If you're already winning the round, it's good things coming if Spartan can catch that fire.
You feel like Rebellion kind of have to get it done here with the 2-0, otherwise you allow Sentinels to regain that momentum and that confidence. But without the camouflage, Rebellion might struggle to break these setups, so it is imperative they keep getting them. So perhaps Sentinels need to start thinking about at least sending one player to maybe contest it, but then you naturally leave open your defense. So it is a difficult thing to try and juggle here on recharge, especially when you have that ball control. Cycle not able to get that kill in the end. Both players just knowing on being on no shields there, you have to back off and hope a teammate can really help you out.
Spartan over towards Heaven will get fired from Cycle. Lethal was there though. 3 kills go in favor, making all 4 dead for Rebellion for a moment. And this is much better from the Sentinels.
Lethal listening so well. It's incredible, really. Every single time you see a player that is one shot, Lethal pops out of nowhere just to put a bullet in the head. Communication from Sentinels letting him know, again, there's one more. Ears to the ground and making sure that none of these no-shield players are able to get away. It is cleanup crew at the moment for Lethal.
What was it Lethal was doing in the office? Was he playing Halo or was he doing janitor work? He's on an absolute cleanup situation at the moment. He did request that we have some plants and a water fountain on the main stage, but unfortunately that was out of budget. And now we're all tied up as Sentinels show signs of life. 1-1 here. And round 3 will be the decider.
And again, I'm going to say it, Rebellion, they have to get it done here in Oddball. Solitude is not where you want to go for a Game 5 against Sentinels, and I guess I'll go into that later if we do get there, but right now Rebellion just have to focus on the task at hand. They do have the better spawn that they had from previous, but it's a different starting strategy from Sentinels this time. But again, it's Rebellion who get the better of them, all 4 down for SEN. And Rebellion's Seaside spawn start is so powerful. They have gained all the tools they could have wanted. Now suppressed.
He has the ball.
He has the shock to work with, but just needs to escape here, and he's able to do so thanks to the camouflage.
Suppressed is a very important player on the map right now. With that camo and shock.
He has the ball.
He can really cut away the numbers that Sentinels have when they push forward. Lethal's got a pick on the cycle. Boo-Boo's going to soar forward. 2 shock rifle shots. Will not find the face. Now his position's been given up. Ball's being played 30 seconds of time, and that's valuable.
What a difference maker that could have been, though, if you'd hit that initial shock rifle shot. Suddenly you've been full shields, and oh, that's going to be a nice double from Soul Snipe. Just waiting for the player to come round. Easy shot onto the plasmas. And Rebellion again, just able to pick up that ball off the spot, and no player from Sentinels to stop them initially. Boo-Boo is going to be in gold, but he's quickly shut down. Sentinels just need to wrestle back this control quickly. Don't allow Rebellion to get too much of a lead here, because then Rebellion can start to do what they did in the first round and start collapsing on you wherever you're spawning.
Falcade was good for 1. Lost Spartan in the process, though.
Enemy has the ball.
Now it's Sentinel's opportunity to get hands on ball. Boo-Boo will take some initial damage as he tries to rotate it towards long haul, but Suppressed dives forward and happy to take the trade. Just to eat away at the clock and force Sentinels to make some plays. Plays have been made. Spartan has hands on the ball, happy to milk it for as long as he possibly can before the Rebellion numbers get close.
I think this is what Sentinels need. They need everyone to be playing the part of the ball here. One thing you don't want to get sucked into is Boo-Boo thinking he's the ball guy as all 4 members of Sentinels go down, and then trying to grab that ball just in desperate attempt to try and get some time on the board, and then allowing Rebellion to get the player advantage off the back of the kill. But now with all 4 dead, Rebellion do have the player advantage as Suppressed gets the double. It's a perfect, and he has the camouflage, and Rebellion now halfway there.
It's been the story of this series.
Enemy halfway to
Power-ups, power weapons, but more importantly, it's been the power-ups. Camouflages and overshields have more often than not fallen to Rebellion. And that's not by accident, that's something that they've worked on. Soul Snipe hits some beautiful shots to shut down Lethal in the blue pipes. As the shroud screen pops up, Cycle's taking no risks with this ball. He's opting to play it instead. 62-11. And it's a long road back for Sentinels here.
But it's a play ball, and look where Rebellion are. Oh, they're back over towards batteries, because once more there is Soul Snipe just to buy time for his teammates so that they can control that side of the map. Okay, Mental has fallen, so it is going to be a tougher fight here, but Cycle is in a spot to maybe clean things up, but Boo-Boo catches him off guard. But if he goes down, which he does, it just opens up even more control again for Rebellion.
The confidence these players have in the 1v1 situation. Even when they're down to no shields, they back themselves to hit the final shots that are required. And they've been massive.
ball dropped.
Ball was picked up, but Suppressed loses his life. Mental's got hands on. 3 members of Sentinels positioned over towards A, making all 4 members now. And 70 seconds and climbing here for Rebellion. They're almost home.
Yeah, this is kind of last-ditch saloon for Sentinels with some of these pushes now. If they find themselves 3 or 4 dead, they might not get another opportunity at pushing for this ball. 2 have gone down. Cycle, though, will hold with Suppressed. Spartan tries to push it, should get cleaned up, and will do so. But at least they stop this ball time, but great nades again from Cycle. And he can now just run away. He can get this ball to the other side. He knows they're spawning over towards Elevator. There is a real chance that Rebellion could hold and win from this point.
Sentinels continue to push from the Whirlpool. Grenades doing so much damage. Cycle doing so much damage. 3 dead. Lethal, the last man on the map over towards batteries. Cycle has that information and continues to hold the ball. Lethal gets close and gets the trade.
That is a big trade from Cycle, though. He had no ammo, he had to reload, and that does give Sentinels a slight lifeline here now. But they can't afford to slip up. Camo is going to be up, but they can't go for it. They have to go for the ball here.
Gets close to the ball. Spartan gets to stop. He's got hands on, but what way has the camouflage gone? Lethal's down there, but he's died. 3 members of Sentinels have fallen. Boo Boo nowhere near the ball. Camouflage goes to the chest. Not that they even need it. As Rebellion continue to hold, requiring only now 4 seconds to close out this series, and they will win the series against Sentinels.
And what a series it was from Rebellion when they looked like they were down and out in the Strongholds game, and they come back, and ever since they didn't look like they were going to ever drop that series. And you can see on the other side for Sentinels, they know that they've let that one slip. They were the favorites. They came into this as the 3rd seed, the highest seed in this group. For Rebellion, they shift things over. And I wonder what Soul Snipe's thinking about that one. You were talking about, you know, leaving his friends, his longtime teammates to form this Rebellion roster. Well, it seems like there may be some new blood here in the HCS, and a lot of our up-and-comers are certainly shining.